Welcome, everyone. My name is Michael Tharp. Today I got my good buddy and mentor, Sean Logan, with us. And we are going to be talking about two very important things that I think everyone needs to know right now. We are obviously living through some very difficult and strange times. So our two topics today are going to be real money and residual income. So Sean is definitely a master of residual income. He knows about real money. I'm a teacher and I teach economics, government, and history. So I love to study the history of money and how it's changed throughout the years and what that means for us in 2020 with everything that's going on. Now, if you're not aware, governments all around the world are printing trillions of dollars, or sometimes called fiat money. And they're really not even printing it. They're just putting a couple zeros onto the end of a computer screen to bail out banks, corporations, whatever it might be. So I'm going to throw it over to Sean a little bit. He'll tell us what he's been up to, and then we'll kind of get into the topic again of real money and residual income. So Sean, how is the laptop lifestyle treating you these days, and what's kind of new on your radar right now? What's the hot topics going on?
Thanks for having me on, Mike. Again, yeah, I've been really into this thing called residual income. It's where you do the work once and you keep getting paid over and over and over. It's kind of the opposite of what most people are being taught to do in school, which is trade your time for money, which your time, in my opinion, that's your most valuable asset.
Right, exactly.
I always say money's a renewable resource. You can always just go and make more money, but you can't get back wasted time. So instead of trading time for money, I really got into attracting money based off my performance and attracting money in the form of residual income or residual money. And, let me give an example of this. Where most people, they work for an hourly wage, and then they get a paycheck based on the hours they work. Well, with residual income, it's kind of like for an example, a musician. A musician has to do the work once to produce the song, and then once the song is produced and people pay money like over and over again to download it on iTunes, they keep getting paid every time that song gets downloaded. Or they get paid if a movie or a production company wants to use their song in their production, and they can keep reselling that song over and over and over again. And the work's been done a long time ago. So I'm into stuff like that. I'm into doing the work once and you keep getting paid over and over again. Right.
And that's why Sean, if you've ever, seen him on social media or YouTube, he's big on, he has a course, a mentorship course, which I highly recommend going through, that he built it once and now it's there. So whenever anyone comes to him and wants to learn this, he doesn't have to spend hours with them teaching what he knows. He did the work once, and now that course is residual income for him because it's done. Or he's very big on promoting people to start doing social media and making videos. Because once you make that video, it's out on YouTube or Facebook, and now people are going to continually see it over and over again. And then whatever opportunity Sean has already done and is showing other people how to do it, that kind of turns into residual income as well. So
that's right.
So our first topic today is real money. And I guess the number one lesson I want people to know is the dollar is not money. The dollar is debt, or you could also call it currency. So Sean, did you want to add anything to that? Just kind of basic definition. And I have 16-year-olds who know this. So I don't know why we can't get more adults to see this, but that's kind of, our mission is to get people to see what is real money.
Okay. Well, what my definition of real money is going to be different from a lot of other people's definition. This is a very subjective thing. Depending on who you ask, you're going to get completely different answers. You ask some people, what is real money? They're going to pull out dollars and be like, this is money. You ask me, what is my definition of money? Well, my definition is money is like energy. It's a representation of energy that was put forth to do some kind of job or complete some task or some kind of project. And even if the way that we describe money is really the same way we describe energy flowing through an ecosystem. For example, like Mike was saying earlier, people call money currency. Well, what is current? What do we use to describe electricity? An electric current. That's just energy. Same thing with a river. The current of a river is just energy flowing through an ecosystem, and the banks of the river direct the current. And where do we deposit our money? Into the banks. So you see, there's all this this interesting language that's being used to describe money, and it's really just describing energy flowing through an ecosystem.
You just blew my mind there with that, Sean. I hadn't even thought of that. So, that's why it's always important to network with other people and talk to them. So essentially, you're kind of saying this, you talked about time being so important. So what do most people do? They trade their time for $1. Now, the issue there is their time's gone. They can never get it back. But that dollar will keep going down in value. It will buy less and less every year because it is being inflated and produced in mass amounts by banks and governments around the world. So that's a good point. So I guess really the question then is, Sean, is when we do get that value from whatever it is that we do, a job, a YouTube video, a service for somebody, where should we store that wealth?
Well, in my opinion, instead of storing it in the bank where it's just, that's pretty much guaranteed to just keep losing value over time because they keep doing this thing called quantitative easing, which is just a fancy word for printing more and more and more money. Right. If you can, store your money in something like this. This is silver or gold, or I'm also really into cryptocurrency. Those are my three main assets that I prefer to store my value in is gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. And the reason being, cryptocurrencies, the majority of them have a limited supply, so they can't be inflated. Mm-hmm. And they have different technologies backing them that give them some kind of use case or some kind of utility that solves problems in the current monetary system. Or gold and silver, the gold and silver is believed to be scarce, and these have an actual use case. For example, gold and silver are both conductors of electricity. It can be used in technology. Gold has eternal or immortal properties. It doesn't rust or erode. In space travel industry, gold is used as a radiation shield. So these metals like silver and gold, they have real use cases in the universe. This I call this money of the gods, because it's retained its value for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
No, I couldn't agree more. And so me being a teacher, I always like to have visuals. So I picked this up, and a lot of people don't know this, but back in the day in America, we used to have what are called silver certificates. And you could literally bring this dollar bill to a bank, and they would give you silver for it. Now, that was before 1972 when Nixon took us off the gold window, and now the dollars that we use are just monopoly dollars.
Pretty much.
So I love Robert Kiyosaki. I think you do too. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he has been saying for years, buy gold, buy silver. And recently he's saying to start buying Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies that actually have real world value. Sean and I are big into Ethereum. The amount of value locked away in Ethereum is mind blowing right now. And that's called decentralized finance that, I've done some lessons on and some videos. But here's where we're at, guys, is we're in a crazy world, all right? Sean and I just started and joining a new company that is blowing up where we're teaching people every month to save in real gold and silver, and especially rare art pieces that are beautiful to look at and collect. And I absolutely love it. The value you can get from these is nothing like you could get from just a regular bullion. Okay, so that's just a regular bullion. That's a year of the rat. Great piece, but it's not going to go much over what they call spot price that silver trades for. Now, when you get this is like a rare piece of artwork. the highest you can get is called an MS70. And so what that means is it's a perfect, flawless coin that's never been touched. Only 5% of the coins that are usually minted in a run are good enough to be MS70 because the other ones have slight imperfections. So this is what the rich and the wealthy do with their money, is they collect gold, silver, and they even go to the next level to where they're buying very rare and artistic coins because they tend to hold their value over time and increase because of their low mintage and rarity. And what our team is doing in this company is blowing my mind, whether it be the positivity, the support, or basically now, Sean, let's go into that residual income piece. Some people shy away from it, network marketing, MLM or something. For some reason, they don't like getting paid to buy things they would buy anyways. But I'm seeing this as a chance to leverage this wealth system. Because I always say to people, if you just buy gold and silver and it sits in your safe, how are you going to use that? How are you going to spend with that and utilize it? Well, you have to sell it. And I don't want to sell my gold and silver, but I want to have a residual income where I can still spend and live a life that's fun and exciting, like we all get to see Sean do on his social media. So Sean, however you want to kind of like explain that residual income or talk about, the new business we just launched is totally up to you. But really, I mean, my goal is to teach people how to get real money and how to get residual income. Like I think yours is too. So what would you like to add to that?
Yeah. So basically to get residual income in the gold and silver business, basically I just buy a little bit of silver each month. And then I share an opportunity for other people to buy a little bit of silver each month, or gold too. I mean, you can have your own online silver and gold store, and you can buy from your own store individually, or you can share it with other people. And then that's pretty much it. Once you have that customer network built, anytime the customers that you brought in buy silver or gold, you get a little bit of residual income. It's pretty simple. And you can do that from YouTube. You can share it with people on YouTube. I mean, that's what I do, is because I'm always, investing in different things. And a lot of people on social media are constantly asking me, Sean, what do you invest in? What kind of business do you do? How do you make money online? I want to quit my job. I get a lot of messages like that. So what I do is I make YouTube videos and I show people what I invest in, and I show people the programs that I use to get a little bit of silver shipped out to me each month. And then it's very duplicatable for other people when you do it like that, when you share it on social media.
Yeah. And that's really where you stress too, is you can't be scared of posting or sharing things. Even if you don't want to have, your face, there's tons of YouTube channels where guys literally just put silver in front of their camera and play with it and talk about it. You don't see their face, that's it. So it's really just you taking the time, if you want to advertise and market yourself as an authority figure and get out there and show people how to do this. And I tell my team all the time, guys, if you're not sharing this with other people, this, the amazing benefits this company gives us, you're almost being selfish. People need help. They need to know how to get real money delivered to their door every month. And the beauty of, this business is we're not selling pills, potions, and lotions. You're not going to end up with a garage full of makeup and CBD and shakes and powders. You're going to end up with a garage or safe full of real money, real assets in the form of gold and silver. Well, you get residual income from this amazing comp plan. There's no way you can lose with this company because of the membership benefits they give you. Essentially, Sean, when I talk to people about this, I say it's like a premier Costco membership for anybody that wants to buy gold and silver. Anything you kind of want to add about, this new opportunity we're doing, or, any kind of words of advice you would give people when it comes to marketing something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing to take into consideration too is I know a lot of people in the network marketing industry are used to selling health and nutrition products that have a shelf life and an expiration date. And if you start using them, well, if you use half the canister, now it only has half the value. Well, this stuff doesn't have an expiration date. And then, and if my speculations are correct, I just have an opinion that gold and silver are going to increase in value. So it's, again, the way I see it, it's like a bunch of health and wellness products. That's, if you're accumulating those in your garage, that's a liability because they have an expiration date. Well, this is an asset because this has potential to significantly increase in value. The other reason I went with this company is because not only do they give me some silver each month, but I get $125 travel card that I can use. I can book hotels, flights with this, and I travel pretty regularly as it is. So it's like, wow, this is like perfect for any network marketer or anyone who wants to travel more and really live the laptop lifestyle, the freedom lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, the benefits you get from this membership are insane, and we don't even have time to go over all of them. But I mean, it's almost limitless, whether it's private vaults, the Sound Money wallet, travel, discounts on Zoom packages. It's amazing. But the one thing I've been telling a lot of people about, and I wish somebody would have told me sooner, is called the $1.2 million mistake. So I recently just got, where's my Michigan? So this month they did a state series, and I am from Michigan, and this is the Michigan Silver Eagle MS70. So this coin right here is what we're talking about. So if you would have bought one of these a month from 1986 until now, it would have cost you about 40 to 50 grand. But the actual price that you could sell that silver for would be $1.2 million. That is a great rate of return that I'm pretty sure is probably going to beat the stock market. At least it did in the past. So why is that? Well, it's because less than 5% of the coins every year are going to get that MS70 certification. So these are graded by NGC. The vice president of NGC actually works for this company. So you can see there's certain years that they're worth more money because they're rare that year. And I believe 2020 will be one of those years because of what happened with the pandemic, the low mintage of silver. The mint it's been hard to get physical silver this entire year because everything that's going on. So I'm stocking up on silver American Eagles for 2020. And again, this is what the rich do. I mean, this is the major leagues, the big leagues. If you just want one bullion a month, you can do that here. But if you're a big buyer of gold and silver, they can pretty much get you anything that you want. So anyone, who's going to be buying thousands of dollars of silver, unless you want to throw your money away, I would definitely recommend you check this out. And the way we kind of do it as a team, we don't really throw our links out much. So if you're interested in learning more about this company, just put a comment down below and either Sean or I will get back to you, because we really build as a team and we're doing things this company's never seen before. And everything about it I love, whether it be the presidents, the members. It's really just like a family, and we're helping each other save in gold and assets and silver. Sean, any last words? I know we didn't want to go too long. You and I can talk for an hour, but I know we both have things to do. So any last words or things you want to say when it comes to real money and residual income?
Yeah, if anyone's interested in learning about how to build a residual income business from your computer and your smartphone, we can show you step-by-step what to do. Again, I have hours and hours of trainings and tutorials that you can plug into that just show you step-by-step, how to create streams of income using a smartphone and a computer and social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And then we'll invite you into our group. We have a Facebook group specifically for people that join this company, where we can offer additional trainings and support, where you can also invite any of your customers that you might refer into the business, and then they can plug in as well. And again, with these kind of business models, the bigger that the networks grow, the bigger the customer bases grow, the more money everyone makes. So it's a very simple, duplicatable process. And if everyone just duplicates these methods and these strategies, everyone wins.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, this compensation plan is like something I've never seen before. The company's paying out 65 cents on every dollar that comes into the company back to its members. So I forgot we had some comments here. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. So Jay Constant thinks Bitcoin never below 10 grand ever again. I don't know if I would go that far. I think there still is a CME gap to fill. But I will tell you, if Bitcoin goes below $10,000, I'll be buying more. Jose says, is it good to hold silver bullion? Yes, of course. So, this is a great bullion coin I got. That's a Black Panther coin that I love. Beautiful. And of course, it went up in value. And just to show you guys, like, this coin is about $100 on eBay. Now, this company shipped out an MS-70 Black Panther just a few months before I joined. So had I got that coin, I think it's worth close to $500 now. So that just shows you the difference between if it's a bullion, it's worth 100. If it's MS-70, that Black Panther MS-70 is worth about $500 right now. It's going on eBay. So yes, or whether it's, I get junk silver too. This is a 1964 quarter. That's back when we still had real silver. So anything 64 before is real silver. So that's junk silver. And, you can get, here's my other, I got just, a regular bar, So if you just want to buy bars of silver, they're going to be a little bit cheaper. But after a while, it's like, I have enough of this. I want something that looks cool, that's fun, that's rare. And that's really where, you go into the big leagues of gold and silver. Warwick says most banks around the world have negative interest rates, so you pay them to store your money. Yes, that actually happens. It's more in Europe, but literally you put money in a bank and they take it.
Ridiculous, right?
If people are still doing this, I don't get it. All right, my good buddy Mike A., who kind of helped me launch this and gave me a lot of encouragement when we were first getting started in this amazing business. So shout out to Mike A. Love that dude. So Sean, thanks for jumping on. What's happened with our team in the last 3 weeks is mind-blowing, and I'm really just looking forward to serving other people and helping them win in this business. I am no longer taking any direct referrals. So if you do want to get on the team that Sean and I are building, just message one of us and we'll plug you in where it makes sense to maximize this comp plan, which maxes out at 12 grand a week. I didn't say a month, Sean, a week. So again, guys, it's real money, it's residual income, and it's one of the best businesses I've ever seen. So Sean, thank you for jumping on, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Sounds good. See you later.
All right. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night.